Hey audience, welcome back to the BigBoyBonanza. Dave the Dangler here. Sorry if my voice sounds a little weird. I woke up and I decided I want to do a video. So sorry if my voice sounds weird to you. Anyway, I thought I would do a video talking about the latest time to kill or higher time to kill playlist in Titanfall 2. It's been a long week of it. I didn't want to have a video come out right as soon as the first day of it, like some people. I wanted to play through the week, test out some of my favorite stuff, some random guns, just to kind of see what, how things were. Now, we'll put some kind of out there first, I guess a bias. I prefer games with a fast time to kill. I think that with fast time to kill, generally there's a lot more action, and it just promotes I think a funner game when it's a lot more Twitch-based, a lot more, like, of course there are issues when, it all comes down to who saw first, but at the same time, I don't know, that's kind of what I like in gunfights. Like, I like the contrast in Titanfall when you're a pilot and it's all Twitch gameplay. It's more so about who can shoot who the most first, or who got, who first. While in the Titans, it's more so time of, like, properly engaging someone, taking cover, and all sorts of other stuff. A prolonged gunfight has an appropriate health bar to manage that, So I just want to put that out there first. So, through like the thing, I was trying a lot of my favorite stuff at first. So like I was running around with the double take, the wingman, that sort of stuff. I don't know if they said some guns take one more bullet to kill, and oh my god, the wingman pistol, not the wingman elite, the normal wingman, they made it like a 3-shot kill, and it just like, and since there's no amped weapons available in the playlist, there's no boosts. Like, yeah, you could run AWOL, but that's if you want to just sit there like an idiot. So the wingman pistol took 3 shots to kill, pew, pew, pew. That's just as fast as it can shoot, and that was the worst gun sound I could ever make. So I really didn't like it when some guns like that, like, I assumed the wingman was a power weapon. I assumed it wouldn't be influenced too much by it, like. So that one really kind of irked me. Just the fact that one of my favorite pistol was fucked with. On top of that, I don't know if they adjusted any like multipliers for snipers or stuff, but I felt it was harder to get, 1-shot kills with double take. Maybe I just suck. That's just me. When I switched over to the Mastiff, I was doing a lot better. I noticed that with a shotgun, especially like a 1-shot shotgun, I was able to be alive a lot longer simply because I could charge at people. I had a chance to kill them that was a bit longer. And just, the past updates to the Mastiff just made it really good against that stuff. Oh, for a second I thought my fan was being picked up in the recording. I got real fucking scared. So anyway, so some guns benefited like the Mastiff. Others, like the RE45, the wingman, and, some of the other bullet hose type weapons didn't. I was really hoping that the G2 would have, like, had a lot more shots to kill. But I don't know if it was just me. I never used it because I fucking hate using the gun. I feel like a complete asshole. But every time someone used it with me, it seemed like they got the same amount of shots to kill. So, maybe that's just me hating the gun. I don't know, but I just want that thing fucking nerfed. I've always not liked it. So yeah. As for some guns benefited. Some guns weren't changed. Like was the L-Star. I don't think the L-Star had increased the time to kill at all. So, it did pretty fine. It could compete at close range. It could compete at long range. And, so yeah, some guns, alright, good for them. But like, does this help the overall health of Titanfall is my kind of question. Because, like, I've kind of made like a pros and cons list here, so I'm going to read it off for you. It's like the cons, the bad stuff. Having higher time to kill leads to basically more team kills mattering than more skill kills. I know that's kind of like a lot of jargon, but basically what I'm saying is if you roll with someone, if you run around with someone at your side, you're going to win every fight. It doesn't matter how skilled the other player is. And of course that's, very generalization type stuff, but I mean it's the kind of thing like in Halo, every, like, hell, when you're using, I forgot the gun's names. Holy shit, it's been so long. But the main assault rifle you start with, It's like you have to be shooting someone in the head with a full mag to kill someone, just about. But if you got a buddy, it's only half the mag in the body. You don't have to try as hard, you know? That sort of stuff. Team kills will become much more prevalent, and just the kind of lone wolf playstyle, along with, you know, just people that play the game solo, will be shut down pretty quick when, you know, teams of players like... I mean, you guys seen all the sort of, like, people on YouTube that play solo and then play with, like, a group of friends, that type of stuff. The group of friends will do way better, especially if they're good, naturally. And with a higher time to kill to basically make it harder for one person that's engaging multiple, it's basically impossible, I would feel. So, there's that one. Another kind of thing I want to say is, also, along with having a higher time to kill, another bad thing is that the meta will instantly be shifting towards power weapons, like the Mastiff, like the EVA 8, like the G2, all that sort of stuff. And some people would say, you know, it's good to have the meta change. Some people would say it's good for, you know, certain weapons to get the limelight and all that sort of stuff. But sometimes you gotta remember, the game, I feel, should have balance. It shouldn't have an ever-shifting, this is the best gun in the game. That last thing you liked is trash now, like how Destiny has. Like, I swear to God, Destiny, the worst fucking balance ever. And like amazing gunplay on their end. But the fact that just post-launch, the gunplay was awful, just because the balancing was so wrong. Like, it shifted from like a normal kind of shooter, you know, where people would use really anything. Yeah, of course the auto rifle rise happened and all that sort of stuff. But a lot of people are using everything. And basically the kind of problem where Destiny is now is where it's a power weapon meta. And I know, like, I should use probably Destiny terms, like special weapons, like shotguns and snipers. Those are the main things. Everyone would run around to do it. Bungie's been trying to figure out how to get rid of this meta that they've created for, like, the past, I think, year now, maybe longer, with their, like, one update every year. So, you know, basically, I don't want Titanfall to devolve into something where everyone's using the same fucking gun just because that's the only good thing. That's that. Also, final note on the cons of my list would be that having a higher time to kill really slows down the combat, the gameplay. It slows down the gameplay overall. Titanfall is about wall running, fucking jumping through the air. I mean, hell, they got camos that unlock for doing it that much. I think I've spent about a day in air for my stats in the game. Maybe more. But anyway, like, it's about speed in the air action. The second you raise the time to kill a little bit, the activity of trying to shoot someone while running past them, while jumping over, is severely damaged. Just because, like, it's a bit harder to do it. I mean, there's already an aim penalty while you're in the air. What the fuck are you doing back there? There's already those penalties. You know, adding on the fact that it's going to take longer and that you're moving as fast as, like, anything can go in the game, you know, it's the smallest window to engage someone. And the fact that that window is either being, like, you know, tighter and tighter is just not going to work. Like, basically, I mean, if it comes down to where you can't kill someone when you're just, I mean, like, maybe it's an attempt to get rid of bunny hopping, you know? Other games are trying to get rid of broken mechanics that the community loves, like with Titan skating and Destiny, that sort of stuff. Black Ops 3 had, I forget what it's called. It was basically like slide and hop. Like it's like bunny hopping in a way, but it was in Call of Duty, and it wasn't as good, but it definitely gave you a speed boost. So, you know, the communities have made up these tactics that they're glitches basically, but they work with the momentum systems in place. And this could be an attempt to get rid of it, like they all do. You know, when they can't fix a bug, they'll just find another way to make it not worth it. So, you know, that sort of stuff. Also on top of that, I know that they've been trying to slow down Titanfall 2 ever since the tech test. Like, I believe people said before the tech test, those that were like invited out, you know, said it was about the same speed as Titanfall, and they said they want to slow it down in the tech test. People said it was slower. After the tech test, they slowed it more, so I don't know. It all still works and functions, but it seems they're trying to slow it down in order to allow a lower skilled audience to jump in. Because right now it seems like Respawn is trying to work on the game's health, as well as, you know, trying to get more people in the game. You know, they've already got a ton of people playing. Like, it's not like Call of Duty, but Call of Duty's a fucking juggernaut that people are addicted to. Whether they like it or not, they still play it. So, like, Titanfall's trying to build a fan base and all that sort of shit. And with that, they're currently trying to appeal to a lower skill audience. I don't know if that's the way to go. I mean, yeah, it's great to have a game that's open to new players. You don't want something like League of Legends where it's like you have to know what you're doing to play, and of course, and then be like trained by your friends that know what they're doing to play. But then again, you know, anyone could really join in League. It's free to play. So the main thing I'm saying is they're trying to appeal to a wider audience, it seems. But in their attempts to sort of lower the bar for those that may not be good enough to hop into Titanfall, or those who won't play the campaign to figure it out, you know, they could be bringing down the ceiling. So just there's that. And now for the pros, kind of a long one for the cons. The pros I feel like are shorter, more precise, and just kind of more of immediate impacts. So the good parts about having a higher time to kill is there's more likely to be kind of less rage. You feel like you have a chance in a gunfight. Of course, you could say, you know, like, I shot him a million times. Why didn't he die? There's that. But I feel like, you know, from what I've experienced with other games and other people, generally games with higher time to kills, you feel like you had a fighting chance. This I noticed was like in Black Ops 2, I defended its higher time to kill and its bad netcode, which led to it, where it basically, it took longer to kill, and I enjoyed it because you had a fighting chance. You know, if someone shot you in the back, you had enough time with higher sensitivity to flip around and just shoot the dude. And you get a chance. And Titanfall still does have that chance. You know, it's got its evasive maneuvers like phase shift stim, hollow pilot to confuse people, all that sort of stuff. So Titanfall has its options for that. But having a higher and higher and higher time to kill, and especially with them neutering fucking phase shift, God, I fucking hate that. It's my favorite fucking pilot. The ability's alright. It's got all its strategy and shit with it. But that's my favorite pilot model. You don't fuck with that. So, you know, they're clearly trying to make things less ragey. Which, to me, I don't rage in games really. Unless, like, I've had my ass handed to me for a whole, like, hour. Then I'm kind of mad. Then I'll stop playing and do something that doesn't take brain cells like Minecraft or whatever. So, you know, less rage overall I feel will come from a higher time to kill. And another kind of a good thing would be less connectivity issues with higher time to kill. Now don't get me wrong, connectivity issues can happen all the time. Like I even had a few BS moments where I like fell behind a building and the game's like, oh yeah, you died. You know, just because bad internet connections between people can happen. So, but nothing takes the cake like Call of Duty Ghosts, bad connection, where the time to kill was so high that the game couldn't communicate fast enough to keep up with, so people just instantly would die. You know, that's another good reason for a high time to kill. You know, you prevent issues like that, where bad internet connection is slower, where basically like your internet connection is slower than the time to kill. You want to have a chance to, you know what's going on before you're insta-killed. I mean, some people that play like Arma and stuff, or, you know, want realistic war stuff, realistic guns, all that, may want a, you know, an instant time to kill. You know, like where GTA, you shoot someone in the head, they're dead. But then somehow they take a full magazine to the chest. So, I don't know. But, anyway. So, overall, I think that I prefer kind of a middle ground for time to kill. I don't like that crazy fucking fast time to kill like Ghosts had, where the game couldn't keep up with it. I don't like super long time to kills like Halo has. I kind of like where Titanfall's at, personally. While it would be good to increase the time to kill to, you know, appeal to a wider range of people, you know, less skilled people more so, I personally think that it would damage the health of the game overall by damaging the mechanics around it and just kind of other stuff too. I mean, hell, people that, like, I'm sure a few of you remember early in Titanfall 2, it was nerfed very quickly, where the devotion basically melted Titans by shooting them right in the, you know, right in the fucking crit spots. You know? We don't want those kind of things that are just stupid broken. I kind of forgot what I was going with this. What the fuck? Ah, shit. Anyway, so what I want from this is I want Respawn to not implement, like I really hope they do not implement the higher time to kill stuff into Titanfall 2. I really want them to be careful about their moves, because I mean, as it's a good idea to kind of keep the game healthy and balanced and deal with lame tactics. You know, I think that's all great and all, but damaging some of the other aspects of the game to fix others. You know, people that just want to play pilot versus pilot. You know, they may not want certain things. They may want certain things changed differently compared to people who play LTS, bounty hunt, attrition, capture the flag. You know, there's everyone who plays their own game modes, all sort of stuff. Each one kind of has their own issues, I feel, for weapon choices, balance, all that sort of shit. So, I mean, really, I just fucking hated that my wingman pistol took 3 shots to kill at close range. That really, really irked me. No, besides that, I just feel like some of these changes, which I'm kind of glad it was a temporary playlist. I'm kind of glad some of these changes were in this and not in a patch, because I would not want to wait a month for them to fix some of these things. Some of them a lot of them actually felt like they were very hastily, in the moment kind of changes. Like, for example, the phase shift adjustment, where all they did was just take off 1 charge. It still had like the full fucking cooldown, and it's like in the fucking whatever. The people I'm saying the upside down, like, I don't know where they're getting this shit, but whatever. When you phase shift, you're in the other place for like a half a second longer. I don't feel like that should be equal. Having the same cooldown just about. That's what it felt like to me. And it being, you know, out of play for just a half a second longer. It's kind of lame. It kind of defeats some of the purposes of phase shift. You know, some people use phase shift to avoid Titans, to bail out. You know, people can use phase shift to be like a better cloak, you know, to like run across ways that are unsafe, or where there might be a sniper, that sort of shit. So it seemed like almost like kind of what I would say a Bungie nerf, where it's like, oh, this one guy in the office is really good with this, we're gonna nerf it to make him worse at it. You know, this one thing annoys me, and like, I don't want nerfs to be on what annoys people. Like in this game, like, I have no say in the game. It's not my game. I'm a fucking tiny ass channel, but I really, really want Titanfall to be the best game it can be. And for this, I mean, they should listen to the fans. I mean, like, that's just kind of my main thing. But I'm just my voice. Maybe you all have different opinions. Feel free to tell me. You know, I'd love to talk to you guys. But like, I just think it's a lot of these things very hasty changes. And like, overall, it was really just like, let's nerf the bullet hoses, keep some of the power weapons in play, and leave a majority of the middle ground guns in their area. Because like, it really didn't, like, nothing really changed as far as I noticed. Like, going through the week, you know, people tried certain guns, they swapped away from certain guns, which figures, but then near the end of the week, they kind of came back to it. You know, I still saw people using the R97, a gun that takes a stupid amount of hit markers to begin with, along with the higher time to kill. You know, it's just shit. So the higher time to kill thing didn't really change much overall, which maybe that's their goal. They wanted nothing to change, but they wanted to increase the time to kill overall. I don't know, but some of the things I feel like didn't work for it. And plus, no one really knows, and I haven't bothered looking into it. I don't know, and I haven't seen anything, if Titans were affected by, you know, the higher time to kill thing. So, you know, as far as everyone knows, stuff was kind of the same. You probably wouldn't even notice unless, you know, you like counted the hit markers you need. Oh, another thing I want to put in real quick too, with the higher time to kill, snipers and stuff you'd think would have a better chance at, you know, getting their kills. But the kind of problem is, you know, snipers have to kind of pick their target, aim in, and make sure they're gonna hit them. You know, snipers have a lot more setup time for their shots. Yeah, you can be like Benji, you can do some of the crazy shit that really anyone can do, as long as you get lucky, or you know, you have that, like, you know where the center of your screen is, that type of stuff. But like, it takes a little bit of setup to get your sniper shots on target. You know, even if you know how much the Kraber's gonna drop from across the map, you still gotta line the person up, you know, in the middle of your sights, so the bullet will go in their direction. You know, and with all that sort of stuff, I'm saying you know a lot. I'm really sorry. With that sort of stuff, someone with, say, an R201 or an R101 can just shoot at you, and while they may not be hitting every single bullet, every few bullet that hits you is going to make you flinch. And with the higher time to kill, that just means you're getting pestered for a lot longer. You know? So, I don't know. In the end, love Titanfall. I think the update did have some neat features, like allowing, you know, things like running and gunning with the Mastiff to be more efficient. But overall, just team killing and, you know, damaging some other mechanics, I don't feel was or is worth it. Yeah. Thanks for watching me fucking yell, not really yell, but rant about this stuff for like 21 minutes or however long it's fucking been. Alright, well, I'll see you guys in next video, whatever the fuck I make, whether it's more rants, I wouldn't call it a rant, more commentaries or more live commentaries, guides, whatever the fuck. See you guys next time.